Hi everyone, I'm a name babbler and welcome back to RimWorld. Last episode, we really got a foothold here in Crossroads, our new town, where Zega, Tiffy, and Reg now live. Galvin died last episode because he got attacked by, I believe it was a timber wolf, or maybe it was a cougar, who ate him, for lack of a better description. Um, we have moved everybody that's the Wavian Creed ideologian down to this new Crossroads town. Hope is doing just fine, and that's where we're ultimately going to build the spaceship. But for now, we want this episode to really figure out how Crossroads is going to develop. Couple of things. First thing is this is a very large map, and we have an issue where we have to kill any predators that spawn. They're going to come in from the edge of the map, always, as far as I know. So a long-term goal may be to actually build a very large wall. Not this large, but like, large enough that's around our entire base that we're never going to really need to leave that, and that means all the predators would be outside the walls. Okay? That would also help us when it comes to any kind of attacks, um, and so forth. Um, let's see. We have to protect ourselves from fires here, so I'm actually researching the fire foam pop pack, so they can run when they need to, pop it, and put out the fire. So that's going to be invaluable. And Tiffy has a connection to the Gromlin tree. She's going to have dryads pretty soon. Those dryads at first are just going to protect us, and then eventually they'll turn into carriers. And last little thing for now is we have a Mechanitor complex discovery right by Hope, where we're going to get another mech chip. And I think I'm going to put that in Zega, where then Zega will be able to have mechs down here, preferably Agrahans, to help grow a whole bunch of stuff, which is the whole point of this base, basically. And let's see, there's one other thing I think we wanted to do over here. This episode, I want to open up this mysterious presence in this room. We found it in episode 1, almost 40 episodes ago. So, let's see what's finally in there. Let's finally see what's in there. All right. So, first thing that we kind of need to do here is understand, grand scale. We have slate, we have, I think, limestone. And is that all we have on this map? Slate and limestone? Oh, a little bit of granite, too. Granite all here. Now, I'm not going to do anything with this granite, probably, because that's an entry point. So we could funnel them a little bit differently. Ultimately, I want the house, I want the pens, I want everything made out of stone, because I do think at some point we're going to have a fire issue. And just during a lightning storm or something, we're going to have a lot to deal with. And we may get to a point, probably going to get to a point, where we'll get overwhelmed by fire, especially with just 3 people here, and we're not currently very well developed. So let's think about first pens and how big we want our pens to be. So like this pen right here is not that large, but look at everything that's in there. All right, so this pen says it's a medium-sized pen. Nutrition growth 0.6, nutrition consumption 12.85. That seems not great. Nutrition growth 0.6 per day. Nutrition consumption per day is 12.85. The major advantage that we have here, so like if we can compare, this is an Arab shrubland at Hope. Just look at this scene right here. This is Arab shrubland. That's the biome. And if we go to Crossroads, here's the biome. Way more trees, way more grass, plenty of place to graze. And that's kind of what we're going to look for here. All right, so let's think it through. I do think that I want our house. I mean, I'm looking at, both in Hope and here, like 8 bedrooms. I think 8 is kind of the limit of where we want to be. We'd have to be really picky and have to really get somebody coming in here that was really good to want to be able to take on another colonist. So 8 is what we're going to plan for, even if we don't build that at first. Right now it's just 3 people. So 8 bedrooms. We obviously want a freezer. We obviously want a kitchen, all that good stuff. We're not going to go crazy here. So back at Hope, we have a mech gestator. Maybe we have one down in Crossroads, or maybe we just use this one and transport them down. There's no real reason to have to keep struggling and going back and forth. A comm console, I don't know if we need that down there. Really don't know if we need that. There's a whole bunch, like we have 2 research tables at Hope. We'll just have 1 down there. 2 fabrication tables, and so on. So we'll be able to make a pretty compact area. But what's going to change is something I really haven't explored, which is all of the slaughtering of the animals and the animal husbandry and raising all of that. Look at all this on the map. We have a lot of things on the map, a lot of things that we're going to be able to tame. We're going to want to be selective with that. So like Muffalo, for example, if we look at that, Muffalo, they can carry 180 kilograms. So they're great when it comes to that. They're also a pack animal. Let's see. Is there a spot that shows us what they do? Animal productivity. Okay. Grass to maintain 8.56. They will give 120 wool every 15 days. And I think that's all they give. All right, then we have something like, there's a raccoon down there. There's a rhinoceros. I thought there was cows, but maybe that was back at Hope. There's a turkey, some deer, tortoise, some guinea pigs and boomalopes. Plenty to do on this map. I'll also point out here that the animals, the only 2 that we have right now are a donkey. That's how Tiffy came back. And an immature dryad. We can set up slaughtering, auto slaughtering, and we're definitely going to do that. So, for example, the limits here are set how many you want of each. So, for example, this donkey, we can say that we want, we just want 2 donkey. And maybe, whoops, I should have done something different there. 2 donkey. And, males. We want unlimited young males. And we want maybe 2 females. All right. And we'll keep everything else unlimited. With a total, say 10. Okay. I must be clicking something wrong. Well, anyway, so right now, how I have it set for the donkey, I'm going to change this, but how I have it set for the donkey is 10 maximum donkey will be on this map, 2 male adults, 2 female adults, and unlimited young. After we have more than those amounts, once we get like Let's say we have a young male and 2 adult males. Once one of those grows up, one of the other ones is going to get slaughtered. And so we're going to do that down here as we figure out what we're going to use each of these things for. But for the most part, I want this map to be a huge map of farming hops and also farming these animals, raising these animals and slaughtering them, because that's ultimately what we want to eat as much as we can eat. And that's going to be that. So I imagine at some point we'll have large caravans leaving Crossroads and going here to sell stuff and whatnot. So, all right. So, all of that babbling, and I still haven't really figured out exactly what it is that I want, where I want to start. Here's our little house. Very, very basic. Everything is secure inside the storeroom. Nothing's going to deteriorate. So we're good at the moment. Thing that's going to be bad is we don't have any refrigeration really to speak of. Just this little freezer, and it's not a great freezer. It's not really well insulated. I think wood transfers heat a little bit too much. I think that's a thing, and so some of this stuff's going to rot. Okay. So what should we do? Should we start by building the house or start by building the ranching areas? And we only really have one rancher. I mean, really, we have Reg. He's going to be the main one. And he's going to get he's already really good at it. He's already at a 7. It's not that great, but it's okay. So that will help us. How do we want to design this? Let's see. Let's see. I feel like if we put the house in the center, we put the house in the center of the map, what will ultimately happen is, like, let's say the center is here approximately, and then we just make pens after pens and just keep growing the pens. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do it like that, but we start out with the house in the center. I kind of like that idea. We start out with the house in the center. Then what that will do is, if anybody's going to attack us, we can have time to defend ourselves and all that. We're going to build this base kind of smart. But if we had like the house over here, and then we kept building pens this way, well, that means Reg, every time he goes back to sleep, he's going to have to walk a really far way. So house in the center, pens all around. If house is here, then if we had a pen here, he'd have to walk like 2 pen widths, I guess you call it. All right, we have a direction. So we're going to start our house in the center. We're going to make it out of stone. $279. Is this map 279 by 279? No, it's not, because let's see. Yeah, it's 23. Yeah, 279. Okay. The other thing to pay attention to is fertility. That's right. So fertility, we do need to look at that. And anything that's yellow is not great fertility. That is rough limestone. Can I take up rough limestone? Can I do that? You cannot take up this flooring. Okay, well that means, and maybe I'll think about that as I'm building the base. I will make it maybe a little bit more offset to the left, because it's not usable land anyway. But see, all this extra green, really bright green, means better fertility. It's not that much to really even worry about, probably. But the cool thing that I can say here is if I have my base here, and then this is really fertile land, I can restrict the Agrahans when I get the Agrahans. I can restrict them to just like one takes care of this area or two or whatever it is, and I keep them where it's really fertile. And then another two take care of this or whatever, and so on. All right, so let's figure out where the center is. Because I know it's a little bit crazy, but I want to know exactly where the center is. Is it 279 by 279? Let's see. I can't see. Well, that's 150. $250. $275. Let's check. That's 125. $225. Okay, so 275. Okay, so that was correct. All right, now let's check because I thought this was 279, but that doesn't seem right. So let me double check. Oh, I can just pull it this way. Okay, 225. Is this 50? Yeah. So 275. Okay, well, I thought it was 279, so I guess I was wrong. So 275 divided by 2 is 137. So 138 is the center point. Why that's important? I don't know, but it just is. So 138. That's what we're looking for. 138. Okay, that's that right there. 138 is right in the center. Why can't I see it? That's right there. 38 is here. So that's 138 and that's 138. There's the center point right there. Okay. Okay. So if that's the center point, that's actually really close to this kind of stone area, which is great. Now we're currently paused because I do want to... They are vulnerable right now. I don't want it to be that we're going to have some sort of issue. So we're going to do this in stages. We're going to plan out something and then just kind of let it go. So that's the center point. First thing we need. We're going to make this out of slate because that is the readily available blocks that we have. And we actually have more slate on the map. We have a good deal of granite as well. So it may be mismatched, but I'm not going to go that crazy where I'm trying to match stone color. So let's not worry about that. All right, so center's here. I kind of feel like it's close enough to the stone area so that we're going to start building. This stone area can't be used for any kind of grazing. It can't be used for any kind of farming. So we're going to kind of build starting at the stone area. It's close enough to the center. that it meets the requirements that I was kind of talking about. And so that's all fine with me. All right, so let's see. Does anybody do mining here? Zega, but Zega's knocked out because Zega had something happen. Food poisoning, that's right. Okay. All right, well, maybe I'm gonna make it run a little bit because we have to clear out this spot, and we'll just let them do that over time. Mining, clear that out. Need miner. Well, when Zega wakes up, he'll get a miner, and you'll get rid of that as well. You're gonna get rid of the flooring, and then we'll start our base. All right, so while they're doing that, I think we're going to be okay with food and stuff because rice will be done in 2 days. Maybe we're not that good. Who's our hunter? Tiffy should be. She is. Let's do a little bit of hunting. Oh, we have food to cook. We'll be fine. Actually, never mind. We have food. I'm forcing Tiffy to clean up. Okay. We'll check on them in a little bit. Make sure everything's all right. Going back to Hope. I want to get that Mechanector thing right here. And so, honestly, right away, I want to just say, Martin, again, you don't have your weapon because you keep passing out. I think that's the problem. You're good with food. We're really good with food, actually. It's the first time really able to say that here. Look at all the food we have. And we have even more coming. We actually have, I don't want to say it, but we have too much food. We have so much food that it makes me rethink if we need to actually move out of the town, since we just grow it all here. But that's all right. We're trying to learn more about animal husbandry and all that kind of stuff. So Martin's going to go grab a weapon. Fluff has her sniper rifle. Why is Daesh exhausted? Oh. She has food poisoning. She's trying to bring this guy to the shuttle. Literally has the guy like tucked under her arm. All right. Martin, you should be done cooking, right? In like another couple of little runs here. Can Crossley clean? No, she can't even clean. I mean, Daesh is in such bad shape, she just loaded up Choker. And Bluff is almost here, ready to get and put Tex in here. There we go. You're off. Quest completed. The relations went from 33 to 57. We needed that. Zega is back on her feet. Clean up, guys. You don't want to live in a disgusting area. Is Reg going to do some deconstructing? He is. Look at that. Okay. Good. It's 5 in the morning, back at Hope. Crossroads is 1 hour ahead. And we're going to go ahead and start a raid. Caravans, go to get that Mechanitor. Mechanitor. Sure, we'll take dromedaries. Who's going? We have a smaller crew now, remember. We're going to take Phil, Martin, maybe Daesh? I can't take Daesh. There's nobody else left home. Crossley. Crossley, the only thing she really knows how to do is fight. Alright, let's go. Let's not take fine meals. You don't need fine. Do you need fine meals? No, you don't need fine meals. We have medicine. We're good. Let's go. How long is it going to take them to gather up everybody? Probably not that long. There's 4 of them. There they go. We're waiting for who? Daesh. No, not Daesh. We're always waiting for Martin. There we go. Yep, see, he was the last one. Major break. Risk, Martin. He's been really an issue lately. I could make him happier by giving him Rector apparel, but he has a cape. Why aren't you wearing a cape? Okay, we researched fire foam. Let me pause real quick. Don't we have a cape here somewhere for him? Is this an unfinished cape? No. Make a cape 1 out of 1. So where's the cape? Maybe because it's unfinished. Alright, well, whatever. What's the next thing to research? We did fire foam. I don't want to have to worry about it for a while, so maybe I'll do something like... Oh, I can't make a waste pack atomizer. I want us to do that. But I need a nano structuring chip. Well, where's that? Alright, well, fine. I can't do it. What's a growth vat? A vat of fluid which can gestate an embryo or accelerate a child's growth. While growing or gestating, the vat must be fed with a constant supply of nutrition to provide the feedback for growth. Gestating an embryo takes twice the nutrition of accelerating a child's growth. I didn't know you could do that. Moisture pump. We did talk about that. Very slowly equalizes moisture in nearby terrain, converting marshes or shallow water into dry ground, and soft sand into normal sand. Does not affect deep water. Okay, I was thinking that I could expand the water in the little lakes and stuff that's in Crossroads, but that's not the case. fertility procedures, for implanting things and performing vasectomies and reversing vasectomies. Okay. I'm going to research a foam turret, because a foam turret will automatically spray large amounts of fire foam on any flames that are in sight. The range is only 20, but what I would like to do is, if I needed to, I could bring that vanometric battery power generator thing, plop it down, plop one of these down right in the middle of a forest fire, and just let it go crazy. Now, there's shots before it rearms. I don't know what it takes to actually rearm it, but we'll find out together. And then look, I mean, we have a bunch, but we don't have that much left to research. We're probably not going to go down some of these pathways here. So we're getting to it. Okay, let's do foam turret research. This person's Wilbur. It's a wild woman. I don't want to. I could tame her, but I'm not going to do that, because she's the pain chamber. She's not what I want at all. Right. Now I know what's going to be great is I have a sow and a pig. Let's look at them real quick. They're not a pack animal, I know that. But they give 238 meat. They grow for 19 days until they're an adult, I guess. They need 8 grass to maintain. It's probably going to be something that we slaughter at some point. Here's the cows. They give how much milk per day? 14 every day. I mean, that's going to be something that it takes 10 milk to make a meal. So one cow can sustain 1 pawn, basically, per day. So let's see them make their way. Let's see them make their way slowly to get the Mechanitor corpse and extract the mech link, and we'll give that to Zega. Oh, it's nighttime. And that just means that they're gonna camp for the night. That's fine. Hey, look at all these little chicks running around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 chicks, 3 roosters, 2 hens. Okay, that's gonna go. That's fast. Hold on a second. We should have brought a couple. It takes 1 day for gestation, 12 days for growth. Not a lot of meat, but that's okay. They give a chicken egg. How many per year? Eggs per year, 60. There's 60 days in a year, so it's one per day. So I think that's a great, great first starting option. Caravan arrives. Oh, they made it for tonight. I didn't think they were going to make it. Okay, what's here? Whoa. They make it look ominous because it's slate. Let's do our quick check, as we always do. What else is on this map? Some mech chunks. Or some steel. Nothing really great. Maybe some steel here and there. I don't know if there's anything really ever great. Is there like another... I'm looking for like another town. You know what I forgot? I forgot to bring my vanometric battery. And my turrets. But you know what? I'm actually glad that I did, because I bet if I did that, then Hope would be attacked, and there's only Daesh and Savannah there. So that's okay. Let's go and see. I have no idea what's here. Look how fast Phil is. Crossley's bringing up the rear. Martin and Fluff are basically the same speed. Are they the same speed? Martin's 2.88. Fluff is 2.91, so they're essentially the same speed. Like a 1% difference. But Crossley's very slow. She's probably like 2.1. No, she's like 1.8. Wow. She's not going to do well on raiding parties. But she has a revolver. She's a pretty good shot. She's a 14. Let's get her set up. Get her set up in a good spot right there. Bluff will get you set up in a nice spot too. Martin, you have a bolt action rifle as well. So let's get you set up about right there. Phil's the fastest, so I'm going to kind of have him lead the way here. He's very fast. He'll be able to run away quickly, hopefully. Alright, what's that? Those are just regular lamps. This is getting scary. Alright, ambush. Your colonists have been ambushed. What is that? You know what that is? Is that a pod landing? Yeah, probably. Let's see. Is it one pod? Is it just one? That can't be just one. It's a Militor. It's just one of those little guys. Okay, well, go up there and let's take care of him. Bluff, get over that way. Why aren't you shooting? Why didn't they automatically shoot? I don't understand that. Oh, look at the range of the sniper. This is the bolt action rifle Martin has, and basically on the same plane line here. So Martin is right there. That range is just in range of the Militor. Bluff's range with the sniper rifle is way further. That's why we want everybody with sniper rifles. Ooh, Phil just got shot. Ooh, got shot again. Alright. Area is now safe, but some unexplored rooms remain. You can explore further or reform the caravan on the world map. Kind of giving you a hint there that things are not over. Bill got hurt. Gunshots at the torso, right arm, and liver. Heal him up. Why didn't they... I don't know. I have to read about that maybe or something, but the caravan is all the way over here. Medicine, everything. So let me do something as a test. We're going to make a caravan spot, and we're going to make it right here. Instead of Martin going to get a simple meal, we're actually going to ask him, yeah, rope the dromedary. Just those two. I don't care about the others. They don't have gear on them. Fluff collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. Bill should be okay. I'll have him self-tend. Does he know how to do that? Doctoring, we'll make that a 4. Self-tend, just in case. He's not going to die, but just in case. Okay, he's good. Alright, guys. We're going to go ahead. Where's Martin? Alright, they're sleeping a little bit. I'm going to let them just sleep. And when they wake up in the morning, they'll go further into this complex. I can't afford them being sick or anything. Quest available. Brigand Outpost. Jaden, High Stellarch of the Exodus Empire, has sent us a message. Apparently, wasters based in a nearby camp have been raiding their caravans. The camp is controlled by Psych Group. Jaden is asking us to destroy the camp, which means eliminating all enemies and turrets. Jaden says there's a bandit camp at the site guarded by 3 wasters. I want to do this. There's 3 choices. One gives us honor, one gives us goodwill. The middle one is the one we want, because it's another vanometric power cell, which gives us free energy, and 13 Glitter World medicine, which is a lot of medicine. We're going to hold off for a second, because we have 8 days until we need to choose. I don't know where it is on the map yet. I don't want to have to worry about that, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of time first. They're all sleeping, I think. And now they finally moved them all to the hitching spot. All right, let's get going. Martin, are you tired? You need some sleep? I mean, everybody else is like ready to go. So I mean, let's give you just a couple hours of sleep. Alright, let's go. We gotta go. We're gonna bring Phil and Martin in, I think. No, Phil and Crossley. Martin and Fluff will stay outside for a second until we have a little bit of distance here to figure out what's going on. We're gonna open up this door, and probably there's gonna be something in here. Oh, really, Martin? Okay. Ambush. The colonists have been ambushed. Another one's landing here. I mean, is it a militar? Yeah, it's a militar. Okay, we'll take it slow. His range is pretty good, actually. They're not killing him. They're not killing them nearly as quickly as they should. So I'm gonna go up this way a little bit. He's trying to go for Martin. Fluff back up a little bit. Phil, why'd you rush in there, Phil? Phil just got killed. Phil's dead. Phil's dead. Oh, Phil. Oh, Phil. Well, Phil is dead, and we're going to take him back. Because we're going to have to remove this mech link and this Archotech leg. But we're not out of the woods yet. Why are they not hitting? Now it's dead. Okay. Why did he get one shot? He got one shot. The military's shotgun blast pierced Phil's brain. That's it. One shot. Okay. Alright, now we just gotta see what's going on here. Martin, you're up. You're the next one, Martin. Just walk and step all over Phil, why don't you? What's this? A mechanoid slag chunk. An ancient mech gestator. I mean, I assume it's going to be in this back room. It's the one place that doesn't have a door. So I wonder if we should just kind of break down the wall. A rat. Is it friendly? Oh, you were a friendly rat? You seem okay. Oh, Phil. Phil's dead. This looks like a secure room. What's this? An ancient comms console. What's that? An ancient unstable... Oh boy. I saw it as soon as I saw it, I paused. It's an ancient, unstable fuel node, which means there's about to be an explosion. Martin, go away. Martin, what are you doing? Faster. Oh. Martin. I guess we could bring these two guys inside. Ambush? Does that say ambush or was that a flash storm? Oh, ambush right there. There's another guy. Another militar. Actually, not sure what I want to do with that. I think I might want to put them behind cover, though. If he goes inside, Martin's going to have a very bad day. So I think they need to kind of... This is not going to go well. She missed. I gotta keep looking at his range. But in the meantime, we're gonna have Martin go a little bit in further. He's on Fluff, maybe? Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. Keep going. Keep going. You're gonna shoot Fluff? Nope. Nope. Come on, Fluff. Good job. Good job. Good job. Martin's making his way through. There's the Crypto Sleep Pod. Open up the... let's wait till everybody's in here. Can't believe Phil died. What are these things? Oh, whatever. Toxifier generators. I want to get out of this place as quickly as I can. What is this? Ancient small crate. A basic recharger. What's the temperature in there? No, no, no. Well, don't go through that door. But I want you to get rid of this fire. Yeah. It's 220 degrees in this room. 217. That's going to cause some issues. 105. It's 749 in there. I'm not going to... I want them out, though. This room's 216 degrees, 215. It'll dissipate quickly, but they need to get out of that room. 210, 207. When it's like 130, I'll put them back in. It's 116 in here. Can we claim that door and open it? Open that door. That'll move some air around. And 84 degrees. 79. Why is that still... Can you open that quick? How long is it going to take you to open that? Not that long. Okay. Church's mech link is available. By what? Doing right-clicking and saying what? Extract mech link? Good. Done. Everybody out. I don't care about anything in here at all. I made it hold open all the doors. Well, Phil died. He was always kind of annoying anyway. I could say that now. But he was doing so good. Fluff, we're gonna take your mech link now on the battlefield here. We're definitely hauling your body back though, because you have an Archotech leg, and we want that back. So there is that. Anything here we really care about? I'm not even going to worry about it. I just want to get back to base now. Oh, Phil. Okay. Reform caravan. Hey, it's 436 steel there, but I'm not gonna do that. Reform caravan. We're going back to Hope, which right now it is dwindling. 2 mech links. We got to think about what we're doing with that. We got a Yayo, a machine pistol. That was Phil's, by the way. We're hauling Phil back. We know that. And some mechanoid chunks. We're gonna let them roam. Okay, well, Phil died. A fire where? Somebody could take care of that, right? They're both in here researching. They don't even see the fire. Well, if Phil died, we checked the log. It was literally 1 shot he died. This wind turbine is blocked by roof. Where's the... Oh, I extended this hallway. Well, I'm going to deconstruct it anyway, actually. All right. Cow 1 had a miscarriage. I want them to graze. I need them to graze, actually. Go ahead, go graze, guys. Eat whatever you want. I don't even care. Actually don't care. Because I have to figure out the way nutrition works anyway for animals. So his needs, this pig's need, is how much food per day? Why does it say that? 1.28 nutrition eaten per day. For reference, simple meals have 0.9 nutrition. So they really need, well, this one's malnourished, but if they weren't malnourished, they would need 0.8, I guess. Is that true? Yeah, and hay grass gives 0.18. But hay itself gives 0.05. I guess I don't know that. I think kibble is something I could make. Where's our table here for kibble? Kibble. Kibble's nutrition is 0.05. But I guess it's better. So 0.05 for nutrition. It takes 1 protein and 1 green. It takes both. And for a simple meal, it takes it takes, it says 0.05 nutrition. But I know it takes 10, it takes 10 like berries and 10 rice and that sort of thing. So my math may not, I may not understand what they're really doing here, but so 10 rice gives 0.9 nutrition. I mean, they just ate like everything, and that's fine. Because I really didn't care that much. Somebody's gonna have to bring a mech link down to Crossroads, and I think they're gonna bring all the animals. Manhunter pack. A pack of man hunting squirrels. Where are they? Oh, they're in here, huh? 3? It's just 3? Alright, well, let's wake up. Zega is, for some reason, freaking out about something. I don't know. So it's just Reg and Tiffy right now. Which means we kind of have to protect Zega because they're going to attack Zega. Really, Reg? That's what you're doing? They're going to attack Zega and hurt Zega. Oh, come on. That squirrel's dead. Zega's in no immediate danger, at least. One's dead. Okay, they're good. Zega's gonna die in 19 hours from a couple of bites from squirrels. 10 to Zega. At least we got food, right? Okay, they're all good. Major break risk. How much you want to bet it's Martin? No, it's Zega. You know what they're missing here? They're missing a leader. They're missing a leader. We're going to make a ritual spot right here, right in front of the torch. Gonna... Oh, caravan meeting. Crossley's caravan has met peacefully with a caravan from the Exodus Empire. We don't want to attack. We want to move on. Okay, let's look at Wavian Creed. Finally diving into Wavian Creed. Wavian Creed, we need a leader. They hold the group together. I hope so. We need a moral guide. And we need an animals specialist. Okay, what's that mean? Their role would be a snoutwiner. They're an animal specialist. What that does is it disables their ability to construct and cook and grow and mine. And what does it actually do though? Train animal chance is multiplied by 2. Hunting revenge chance 20 is lessened by 80%, which means they'll be able to just hunt without really getting attacked. Alright, well, I don't really want to do that right now. There's a production specialist, and their role is called a make lover. Their disabled work is they won't be able to do handling, cooking, growing, and such, but their construction speed will go up, and their general labor speed goes up. Okay, that's not really important. So we need a leader and a moral guide. Leader, they would like to wear a cowboy hat, otherwise they're going to be upset. They'll be able to do things like leader speeches and whatnot, and work drive, which I assume means they'll be able to... let's see what work... Does it tell you? It doesn't actually tell you. Okay, doesn't tell you. Then we have a ranch psionic bhikkhu. Bhikkhu. Bhikkhu? They can do things like how Martin could do. They could preach, they could reassure, convert, counsel, and conversion ritual. That's different. I guess in all of this, social is important. Who do we want to be the High Chief? Reg is kind of a crazy person, so I don't know if he's a Neanderthal, so he's a preferred xenotype. I'm probably struggling against the Ideologians more than I need to be. And again, I'm gonna say it again. I wish I could make them all free path and move on. Just free path, save. That's that, but I can't. Who's the leader? Tiffy's gonna be the leader. Let's make Tiffy the leader. High Chief. Oh wait, do I want to do Tiffy? Or do I want to do Zega? Let's do Zega. Zega can be the leader. I don't care. That's fine. Zega, you're now going to be the leader. The High Chief. You are High Chief Zega. You're about to assign the role of the High Chief to Zega. Zega will gain the following abilities. Leader's speech and so on. The High Chief requires the following apparel. It can sometimes be better to wait until your colony is more established before you assign roles. Are you sure? Well, you never stopped me before. Yeah, I'm sure. Because I'm just done with not being sure anymore. Zega now holds the role of Ranch Psionic Biku. I didn't want Ranch Psionic Biku, I want a leader. Why did that happen? I clicked High Chief. I know I did. Okay. Zega is now the High Chief. They threw Phil right there. Now, come on, guys. You're gonna treat Phil like that? How do we extract his Archotech leg? How do we do that? Is there a way to do that? There better be a way to do that. Can we... No, we're not going to consume him. Is there a way to surgically remove the Archotech leg of something, of a colonist that dies? It doesn't have a spot there that says, there's no surgery spot. Normally it's under health. Apparently there's no way to harvest bionics. Not without modding the game. Well, that stinks. That really stinks. So when I click on Phil, there is no surgery tab. There's a health tab, and there's no bills for surgery. There's usually bills for surgery. Um, and so I don't think that there's any way to do it. There's no way to amputate or anything because he's dead. What happens if I extract the skull? Does that do anything? Don't want to do that. I can't move him anywhere. I can't pick him up. I can't put him in a bed because he's dead. I can't do anything like that at all. So apparently once a pawn dies, you can't harvest organs from the dead. Okay, well, Phil is dead, and with him goes the Architect leg, which is really, really unfortunate. I thought that we'd be able to amputate it if he died. If we figure out a way, we'll exhume his corpse. But there is no way. Okay, Phil, you're off to the grave. Well, that stinks. That does. And Phil was one of the Solidarity Cooperative people. So what's our ideology in here now? Oh, 2 Pain Chamber. Isn't that great? The Pain Chamber is going to take over? Jeez. All right, Phil. Time to bury you. We're not going to leave him in here. Now all the pig's eyeing him. Build complete, make kibble. Okay, so we made kibble. Made 50 kibble. Which would be 2.5 nutrition. How much did it take to make kibble? I didn't see. We're gonna figure this out right now because they're eating all of our food. Look at this little guy though; he's going around. Even Shaw's getting in on eating the grass. Oh, this chick is eating kibble. The chick ate 47. Not assigned to cooking. How about you, Savannah? Daesh? No. Not butchering. Martin. Not butchering. I want you to make kibble. Let's see how this works. Once and for all. Martin's putting 18 milk. They're all starting to roam away. Actually, don't even care at this point. I know I need to, but I don't care right now. 20. Alright, let me care. They have to handle them. Daesh should be all over it. Yeah, okay, Daesh is. Okay, she's fine. Hopefully. Okay, 20 milk. 20 corn. Does that make 50 kibble? That's all? How is that a good trade? So 40 to get 2.5 nutrition? I'm going to put hay in here and kibble. I thought kibble was good for animals. Animal feed made from mixed meat and plant sources. Humans can eat it, but they really, really don't like it. I gotta put all these guys back in here. Having hay in here with them, I think, is a bad idea. Well, I am disheartened that Phil died. Reg is visiting the grave of Galvin. I mean, what's going on here? What is even happening? Tiffy, when you wake up, I want you to be the Ranch Psionic Biku, whatever this is. So maybe what we need to do instead of kibble is make hay, but not keep the hay in here because they're eating it. Really what we need to do is get all of these animals out of here. Somebody needs to bring a mech link. Right? Where's a mech link? There's one. Somebody needs to bring a mech link down to the new place. Actually, who's going to be our mech link person here? Can Crossley do that? Nah, we don't want to do that. Fluff? Let's think about Fluff for a second. Do we want Fluff in charge of mechs? I mean, I gotta say yes. She really doesn't have anything else to do. She's tailoring. She mines when needed. She's a doctor. I think we're gonna give it to Fluff. So they're doing a little ritual here to make Tiffy the Ranch Psionic Biku, which basically means she's the moral guide. Let's preach moral strength to Sega. Does this give her any kind of social? What did that do? Void catharsis. There was a madness. Oh. There was a madness building in my mind. It's gone for now. Okay. Good. Oh, so Zega could do a leader speech. A rousing speech intended to improve morale. Colonists will gather, and the leader will speak for a few hours. If all goes well, listeners will feel inspired and gain respect for the leader. If it goes poorly, the speech will do social damage. It relies on the speaker's social impact, the participant count, and whatever else. They can also hold a trial over some heinous accusation, work drive, call on a person to work harder for some time, and combat command, create an aura that boosts the combat skills of everyone nearby. The effect lasts 24 hours and remains attached to the leader for the duration. That's kind of cool. Let's go back here, though. Fluff is down here digging. I now see why Fluff is in a bad mood a lot of the time. It takes her so long to dig through one of these that she can't even do her normal, like, go to eat whenever she's hungry. She just keeps hitting it. I think we're going to make Fluff have the mech link on here, in here. Where's the other one? We're supposed to have two. Where's the other one? Did we lose it somehow? How could we possibly have lost it? We extracted both. I know I took both of them. I know that for a fact. Is it still on? Yeah, it's still on one of these guys. Not there. There it is. We have a bunch of eggs right there. How many eggs are there in stock? Three only. Let's trade with these guys. I don't care about her status. Let's see. I want to sell. I gotta just sell some things. What do they have that I want, though? Anything? I mean, really nothing. That's alright. We're gonna sell some sculptures. We're gonna sell that one from Andra because we just don't care anymore about that. We need to make some progress. Okay, I'm just selling some random things here. Molotov cocktails. We haven't been raided recently. I wonder if that's because we've split our town. And somebody's taking pity on us. That's enough. Fluff, speaking of which, when was the last time you had Go Juice? 21 days ago. You need to have it in a week, otherwise you're gonna go into a coma. They all back in the pen? Okay, this is good to know. And I don't know, does it count what's in here? So when I went to the pen marker, click it, it shows where the nutrition is. It says it's a medium-sized pen. Nutrition growth is 0.6. Consumption is 8.2. So it's telling me I'm not growing enough within this pen to feed them. Nutrition that's stockpiled, though, is 9.35. Now, my guess is that means all of these. All of this little, all the hay grass. Because it doesn't seem to be getting this kibble that's in here. So as an experiment, because we need the answer to this, if we're going to really do this in the other spot, we're going to make a stockpile zone right here. This is going to be for kibble only. We're going to remove kibble from this one. Have Martin haul the kibble. The kibble's nutrition is 0.5, 71 of that. So it should be 3.55 added onto this little area here. So let's see. Nutrition stockpiled right now is 9.35. Okay. When he picked it up, it went from 9.35 to 5.8. So it actually is counting what's in this little room, even though the green is around it. So it's going to go right back to 9.35 in a second. It did. Okay. So this room's fine. So delete this room. Put kibble back in here. Put it right back. And it doesn't, does it ever deteriorate? It doesn't, since it's under roofs and stuff. Okay, good. So that means this kibble actually is good right here. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Where are you? Where's that other mech link that we dropped over here somewhere? Like, can you just install it? Yeah, I want to make Fluff the Mechanitor. I could see her evolving into being somebody that has the like a an army of mechs at some point. And she just stays back with her sniper rifle. Alright. Put it in your brain. She is now a Mechanitor. And can create and control. How do we get the current mechs assigned to you? Danger, may go feral at any moment. Okay. Can you take control of Agrahand? Is that Agrahand 1? Yeah. Okay, so you have to take control of them. Wish there was an easier way to do this. They're all out of commission right now. So when Phil died, they all went out of commission. I can't take control of this one. Why? Okay, Fluff. Let's okay, he's back and he's happy. Sounded happy at least. Food binge, Tiffy. Okay, fine. Okay, everything's gonna get back to normal now. Foam turret has been researched. Let's do the next thing that I want to do. We'll do I don't even know. Let's just do marine armor. We're gonna need that at some point. It's hard on knowing which one I should take. I mean, marine armor. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do Starflight basics and be done with it. Pulse charged munitions. I think that's actually a good weapon. So 15 is the damage, armor penetration 35%, and a 3% cooldown. A 3-second cooldown, I mean 2.7 at 11 damage. Stopping power 0.5, pulse charge rifle. Stopping power 0.5. What is the penetration of assault rifle? 16%. Charge rifle is way better, 35%. Let's research that and see if we can actually even build that at some point. Takes plasteel and advanced components, but it looks like a really overpowered weapon. Take charge of your new little swarm here. I know Fluff is really stressed right now. You just gotta get to this lifter because it could go feral. Nope. Yeah. Fluff's throwing a tantrum. Fluff. What are you doing, Fluff? Why are you a psychopath? Okay, you're no longer having a tantrum. Go eat and then get your little guy back here. Why can't I take control of him? Okay, you're back to normal now. All of our guys. Okie doke. Well, Phil died. Tiffy's currently pigging out. One of the big accomplishments that we've made so far is we figured out where the center of this map is. Perfect center. They're almost done, actually. Deconstructing, and then we're going to start building our base. Basically, as best as we can on just this stone, since it's useless. I have a mech link. And I could really bring that right down to, who did I say I was going to make the Mechanator? I think I said Zega. But Zega's been really, I don't know, been something lately. I have to keep it in. I have to give Zega the Mechanator Mech Link though, because Tiffy's going to be a Psy Link person, a psychic person. In fact, we're going to do that in a second here. Where is that thing? It's thought there was a way to make them a psychic something. That's a tech print. That's a Psy trainer. She's still picking out. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, let's talk about it. So, down here, what did we want? We did say, or we thought that we want to have some aggro hands. We know we're going to need a clean sweeper. We know that we're going to need maybe even a constructoid. But as of right now, I'm not exactly sure what we want to do as far as what kind of things we want to put down here. They need a chess table down here. I'm going to put it in the storage, actually. So they have some sort of recreation. Tiffy's no longer picking out. Okay, before you go to sleep, Tiffy, you're going to clean everything. Because that was ridiculous what you just did. Picking out, vomiting all over the place. After you clean up your own vomit, you can go to sleep. Heat wave, where is it going to be? It's going to be right here, isn't it? It's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be here. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Okay. Since there's a heat wave here, best thing I can think to do is forbid them from going outside. And open the doors, this one door and this one door, to keep these 3 rooms, well, the kitchen too, to keep these rooms as cool as possible. Now, wood is going to be hard to do that. It's 27 degrees in this room, though, without them coming in and out. It's 73 in that one, 73 in that one. I actually think we'll be okay if we do it like this. Alright, Tiffy, you can go to bed. Alright, what is it? In the storeroom, it's 44. In this other room, it's now 60. In the bedroom, is 70. I don't know if this one cooler is going to be able to keep up with it, but I'm going to hope that it can. In fact, the kitchen I'm going to close. All of this matters. Alright, let them do whatever there. So what we were saying is that we want here to have a couple of aggro hands. I think I do need like one constructoid, at least at the start, just to kind of just plug in, just doing things, just kind of doing whatever. And I'm not going to do lifters. I'm not going to do lifters. I'll make the dryads into lifters. Into carriers. Make some subcores. We'll need 6 subcores. We're going to go down there with the whole army. I'll go down with 4, not 6, so that way we can adjust. Do we want a clean sweeper? Zega has food poisoning. I think we want... Initially, let's go down there with what? We could even make a Militor for defense. We have 2 Agrahans here, and basically they're the ones keeping up with all of this. So I think we're actually not too bad. Yeah, 2 Agrahans are handling all of this, all of these fields, and until we had that whole problem, they were able to keep all of it. So let's not be crazy here. Fluff will make the subcores, which doesn't take that much. I think it's a 2 components, so we'll need 10. And then 1 Constructoid. I don't know about a Clean Sweeper, although I think that's helpful. Maybe 1 Clean Sweeper, 2 Agrahans. And maybe we'll make a Militor just to see how they perform, because I haven't done that yet. First thing we want is a Constructoid, though. So that's because it's gonna take 2 days to gestate them. We'll have her gestate them. And bring them down to Tiffy. Bring at least 1 down to Tiffy at the start, and then we'll bring the others. How's that sound? But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. Be sure to follow and subscribe for more Inane Babblings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.